Here's how to apply human design so that you don't end up in that situation and end up making your partner your therapist. And this is particularly helpful for people with emotional authority, although all of us humans have emotions at some point or another, so just listen up. Also for reference, this is emotional authority, that's emotional authority, that's not emotional authority, that is emotional authority, that's not. People that get that a lot, like your personality is too much or your emotions are a lot, usually have something like this going on. They've got an emotional channel directly manifesting through the throat, either the 2212 or the 3635. They could also have something like the 3740 and the 2145 or some combination of that. Basically, the emotions are getting to the throat all by themselves. They don't need help from anyone else. And so a comment like that, "you're too much," is missing a little piece. You're too much. For me, I can't handle it. Not "you're too much." I can't handle it. The whole point, by the way, of writing emotional waves is for you and for others to discover the truth. Which again, it's not that you're too much, but that certain people can't handle it, and probably that maybe you can't even handle it yourself. So here's how to handle it. If you have the tribal wave, that's going to be the 659, the 4037, or the 4919 touch. All you need is touch. Stop fucking talking. Say, "Hey, can you just hold me?" A lot of people will want to try to problem solve your emotions, and when they can't help you with problem solving in words, they're going to feel less about themselves, and then they're going to come back and attack you. So if you know how to shut them up and just say, "Can I rest my head in your lap?" or "Can you just hold me while I move through some things?" you're golden. Next, we have the individual wave, which is melancholy, like, "Oh my God, yay. Oh, definitely, I'm nothing. Oh, I'm the best." That's either going to be the 2212 or the 5539. Go be alone. Don't try and solve your emotions in the heights or the lows of the melancholy. Go be alone. Don't look for somebody else. Like, that's your pot of mutation. And if you just let yourself stew in your pot, beautiful stew. If you try and invite other people into it, not beautiful stew. It's going to suck. And lastly, we have the collective emotional waves, which is like big build up, drop off, big build up, drop off. That is either the 3635 or the 3041. These are the emotional waves of comparison and expectation. So again, probably go be alone. If you're going to talk it out with someone, go spend a little bit of time being alone and figure out, what are your expectations that you have of yourself? Who are you comparing yourself to? What are the expectations you have of other people? Who are you comparing them to? Eventually learn to drop it. And regardless of which channel you have, it's likely that you've experienced all of these emotional waves at some point in your life, either based off the transits or a composite. And so here are 4 steps to actually move through the emotional wave while you're getting touch, while you're cataloging your expectations, and while you're in your melancholy or in your hermit alone time. First step, identify the emotional wave. There's usually physical markers. Either your lips are trembling, your feet are doing this little tippy-tappy dance, you're having a certain type of thought, there's a tightness in your chest. Identify the physical markers. Step 2, go somewhere safe. That's either with someone who knows how to just be quiet and hold you, someone that's willing to let you be alone, or again, just like leaving and just being completely alone. There's nothing wrong with needing support and having other people around. Again, like I said, most people will just try to problem solve, and so that's not necessarily a safe place for your emotions, because people are going to want to stick their fingers in there and be helpful and shit. Step 3, feel the emotions. Like if you're feeling sad, don't try and make yourself feel better. Like feel sad. Go to the end of your sadness. Same thing with happiness. Go to the end of your happiness. Same thing with anger. Go to the end of your anger. Just do it in a safe container. If you're angry, put some punching gloves on and just like wail on a pillow or scream into a pillow. Feel me? It doesn't make you crazy. All that stuff is inside you anyways. What's crazy is you holding that in and then blowing up on someone and then blaming them for not being able to handle it. And step number 4, the part people always forget, integrate that shit. After the wave, after you've reached the end of your emotion, just like lay down. Also, you may not reach the end because you're still alive. But when you've reached like the exhale, like the catharsis happened, and you're not going into another cycle. If you are, that's fine. But if you're like, okay, that was enough emotional processing, just like let yourself lay on the floor, face up, relax for at least like 2 minutes, especially before you start going and talking about it online. Journaling is super, super helpful, and talking about it online is not helpful, but it's really not helpful if you don't do steps 1, 2, and 3 first, which it's very, very tempting around the middle of step 3 or even at the beginning of step 1 to just start sharing all of your unique insights. Like solar plexus information, emotional information, that's for you so that you can relate to the world in a more true manner. The link in my bio is full of resources if you want to learn more about this. And of course, feel free to follow because I post videos like this every freaking day. Also, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this or this helped you with something.